Welcome back to another video. So I don't got goldfish today, so all that goy data and the goldfish are gone. But I do got some watermelon candy. It tastes pretty good. Anyways, I got a bunch of Shermans now. Let's get into it, guys. What if Walter White was in War Thunder? Yeah, it's an interesting thought to have. You think Walter's shaved? Like, do you think he shaved his little curtains? Like, if you catch my drift. Do you think do you think he's clean? Do you think he's clean down there? Or do you think he's a little unkempt little boy? Little unkempt, little dirty little boy. I wonder. What's that? Gone, that's what it is. I feel like he'd have to be shaven though, right? Because like he's doing all those chemicals, you know, extra hair, and plus he had the cancer. I mean, I don't know if cancer gets rid of your downstairs hair, but I mean, it might. I personally don't have cancer, thank the Lord, but I mean, it might just do it. I don't know. One day we'll find out. Dude, how did I kill that thing? But that begs the question: if Skylar, not Skylar. Oh gosh, no, definitely not Skylar. But if Walter is you know clean shaven, or did Skylar fuck with it, bro? Like, or was she like, no, I want a big old bush on my Walter. I mean, like that's just like did she? Is that why she left him? Does Ted have a bigger bush than Walter White? These are the questions we gotta be asking. No, I don't care. Where was Walter all this time? Is he still alive? No, he's dead. Alright, he's dead, sadly. But the real question is like, did Ted have a bigger bush? Alright. That's what they want to hide from. If Ted had a bigger bush. And then it's like, can you really blame Skylar for leaving him? Because, like, if I was Skylar... Alright, that's the real question. What would I do if I was Skylar? I'm banging Ted. Dude, I'm sorry. If I knew... If I'm sitting there... Alright, I got Walter's clean-shaven little little Jimmy, okay? And I grab onto Ted, and I just, like... I feel his bush through his pants. I'm getting Ted. Dude, Ted is not safe around me. Like, just imagine, like crawling through that bush and trying to find the secret formula. Dude, Ted is not safe around me. Dude, I'm fucking hilarious. I think I'm pretty funny. Dude, I'm holly and jolly right now, bro. I'm slapping my big gassy belly. Alright, we're not going to talk about what just happened. I got the kill, and that's what matters. Alright, guys. But, yeah, back to... Man, this watermelon candy is pretty good. Back to... Dude, I'm Watermelon Walter. I'm Walter Watermelon. Dude, this watermelon candy got me thinking like Walter. Skylar had her reasons to leave Walter, and one of them was that Walter was bushless. Like, everyone hates on Skylar. It's like, oh my god, she's so immature and annoying. But if you were Skylar and you had to go home to someone without a bush, would you really act normal? I wouldn't. I'd be pissed. Dang. I'm kind of pissed right now. That's okay, though. Because I'm talking about some Walter bush. Dude, he can't kill me. Hold on. Alright, I think I'm dead. That's okay, though. Oh. Like, I don't know if I'm getting my point across here. I hope I'm getting my point across. Like, I really do. If there's anything that you can get the takeaway from here is that Skylar was right, because Walter had no bush. Now, like, if I had to put it like on a tier list, like who had the most bush, I think Jesse had the most bush. Okay, not as much as Ted, or more than Ted. Ted doesn't have as much bush as Jesse. All right, Jesse has like full bush. Like he doesn't even know what shaving is. He doesn't own a razor. But like Ted, he keeps his clean. You know, like it ain't like an unkempt monster like Jesse is. But it's not horribly short. Like, if it's good enough for Skylar, like, I mean, and Skylar, I just know she has high praises for a big bush. You know what I mean? Like, just like look at her and like, dude, she would go feral for a big bush. Like, I mean, if Walter had half as much hair he had on his face, on his bush, Skylar might have stayed. I mean, like, he just don't know, or he just doesn't know how to like keep his bush. I guess he probably uses an air. He probably uses an air to keep his bush clean because he's just afraid of his power. That cancer really got to him. I swear, the cancer got rid of his bush. That's why Skylar left him. It would have been a lot harder for Walter to goon because, you know, he grew up in a time that didn't have the internet. There's no internet, like there was like I think there's fax machines and shit and stuff like that, but like no internet though, so you couldn't just really do that. Now there was Playboys and maybe some other magazines of that type. So would he have gooned? No, I don't think he would have gooned like what we think of gooning is today. Now, did he, like, you know, dance with the one-eyed snake? I think he definitely did, on occasion. He definitely didn't goon. No, definitely did not goon. If anyone could goon, it might have been his son. I think his name is Finn or Flynn or something like that. But even then, dude, like, he has cerebral palsy. Nothing against people with cerebral palsy, but I don't think he would have gooned. I don't think he could have gooned. Like, maybe he could have. I don't know. I got to do some more research on cerebral palsy, but I don't think he could have gooned. Definitely tried though. 100% tried. I'm not denying the fact of someone trying, but he didn't goon though. Putting it on the goon scale. I think Jesse is more up there in the gooner category. I don't think he's a true goon. You know what I mean? I don't think he's a true goon because, again, there's not that much. They're not as easily accessible as there is today. But he definitely dabbled a little bit in it, like 100%. Maybe more than others. I'll say that, more than others. He definitely did it a little bit more than others. Because he had some substances, you know, and that's already putting dopamine in the brain, and you know, and whenever you know, shoot the old dusty pistol, it also puts dopamine to the brain. So if he was really dopamine maxing, he would have gooned while using these substances. Is what I'm trying to say. Now, that begs the question, did he goon every time he got, you know, a little elevated? I don't think so. Now, there's a point to be argued that if he really, truly was dopamine maxing, he was. But I really don't think so. I think that there was times where he, like, enjoyed it. And there was times where he was just like, you know what? Not today. Maybe another day, but not today. there was definitely times where he was like, man, I would just really like to today, but I'm sure like he could control himself. Like I'm sure he wasn't craving it every day or something like that. Maybe he was like with same with the substances that he abused. Maybe he was, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I think maybe Walter like behind the scenes is talking to him like, oh man, we gotta get you off this stuff. Like and he's like, oh my stuff, man, you can't get me off my stuff. He's like, no, you gotta get gooning, dude. You can't be gooning while you make the crystal. What if it gets in the crystal, man? And like, dude, I truly believe that Jesse, in one of his elevated states, definitely gooned in the crystal, 100%. In like the earlier stages, I don't think he did it towards the end. I don't think he did that towards the end, but he definitely did it towards the later ends, towards the early parts of the show. I definitely think he gooned in one of the batches. I think it's a fact. I don't think there's anything to say to argue against that. Oh my gosh! Put me on the dang airfield again! Oh my goodness. Oh well. Yeah, there was definitely a batch of a little bit of crystal that had a little bit of crystal that had some kids in it. You know what I mean? That had some of Jesse's little what do you call them? Little swimmers. But I mean, could you really blame him though? Like obviously they were still experimenting. They wanted to get the highest purity they could. And what's more pure than a child? Oh, hang on, no. Hear me out. Okay. A child is the perfect, like, purest form of life. All right, it hasn't been like wrought of its innocence. It's innocent. Now, if you take the basic component of a child, that's a swimmer, and it's pure, and they wanted pure crystal. It only makes sense to put that in there. It only makes sense. Alright guys, that's going to do for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. As you can see, we spaded our M4A1, and we still have some more to go. I'm grinding off camera. I got all these Shermans right here. I want to get this. Next video, I'll try to have this and the M10. But we're not going to use that though. We'll have this and the M10, and we may have one of these. We'll find out. But yeah. Whoops. Yeah, that was fun. We had a good talk. I hope y'all join me in the next episode. Be sure to check out my shorts, please. I'm still experimenting with that content. I'm trying to just do little tank facts for it, because I mean, it's pretty neat, pretty good to know. And please subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It supports the channel and supports what I actually do enjoy this. Like, I'm in college, but I do enjoy this. It's fun. Please. But I'm not gonna beg. So, y'all have a good day. Do something good for someone else, and do something better for yourself. Or vice versa. Bye-bye.